When we have lost our purpose and direction, we start to feel this sense of lack, of scarcity, of worry, and sometimes even lows and anxiety, because it's a warning sign from our system that things are just not quite right. Now, how do we actually get to this point? Well, we fall into what I call the happiness trap. The happiness trap is all about progressing, doing more, wanting more, filling up externally by ticking boxes and getting gold stars until we burn out because we've done everything right and we've worked really hard, but yet there's something lacking so deeply within us. The fulfillment that we're seeking, it starts to seem out of reach, and we wonder where all of our dreams went. We wonder what happened to that vibrant, zest for life version of ourselves and all of the dreams that we once had. And it's simply called a happiness trap for a reason. It is a trap. So I get it. If you're exhausted, if you're tired, if you've lost your direction, and you might be wondering, I work in mental health a lot. What purpose has to do with that? Well, the end game of every single person that I'm working with, regardless of their starting level, is always to step them into their own unique power and genius so that they can show up in this world as the greatest version of themselves. And if everyone did this and had the courage to do it, then we'd be looking at a very different world. So when it comes to purpose and direction, we can get very busy just in the doing, in the progressing, and this was me. Luckily for me, I actually fell into my purpose by accident, which is being here with you as a coach and a therapist, because my body gave me massive warning signs when I was going off track. I burnt out multiple times. I took a severe mental health crash in my early 20s, and at the time, I thought it was the worst possible thing that could be happening to me, but it actually led me back to my true path and my true passion, which was health, mental health, personal development, personal growth. So if you're here, I'm guessing there's this sense of something is missing, and maybe you have ticked all of those boxes and you've done everything right, but there's a but. When we do that, we get so busy in the doing, and we end up looking at our weekly schedule and we look at our life and there is nothing left in it for us. We have let go of our true values, of what holds meaning to us. And we realize that what we want, what lights us up, the passion, is actually slipped all the way down to the bottom of the to-dos, and everybody else's needs are getting met. And I'm getting achievement maybe. I may be kicking some goals and I'm getting maybe a bit of appreciation externally, but internally I've let go of this very special, divine, connected, true relationship with myself. And this is where anxiety and depression start to creep in, and burnout, because I work really long hours, but I never get burnt out. Because I have so much passion and love for what I do that I could do it all day, every day, without needing a holiday or a break. Because it's full of my unique purpose, my unique life purpose, serving, giving back, adding value rather than doing more, progressing. Can you see the difference? So if you feel like you're lacking purpose, we have to get you back to you. We have to get you back in alignment, because we cannot create out of chaos. We have to get you first, we've just got to stop. We need a 360-degree view of your life. From health, relationships, career, finances, your environment, everything. We need a 360-degree view, and it takes less than 45 minutes to do this with me on a free call, so we can take a look at your life and figure out where the gaps are. Where is the meaning lacking? Where is the fulfillment lacking? Where is the richness and the sweetness gone? And how are we going to bring that back in? Do we need to work on all areas? No, 1 to 2 areas, and we'll be able to bring back purpose. And then we actually get to play where we tap into your unique purpose. Because with your unique purpose, your unique genius and power, once we get rid of the stress, the self-talk, the beliefs that say, I can't live the life that I want to have, I can't possibly have that dream life, that vision. When we get back into values, what holds meaning, this directs your purpose. And your purpose for you is made up of all of the competency that you have, your skills. What are you really good at? What can we serve the world with? What does the world need? What can you make money from? And how do we actually get to create the greatest version of you and the greatest possible version of your dream life, which we will create and we will make it happen? But what is your unique purpose that's going to drive that into fruition? So there's 5 P's that I work with, and I absolutely love working with people defining their life purpose, because I don't believe that we came down here to have a mediocre existence. I believe that we came here to have it, and it is every human's birthright, to celebrate their unique power and genius and to step into that purpose. And like I said at the beginning, imagine if everyone on the planet was actually doing this, showing up as the greatest version of themselves, fully knowing and allowing that that greatest version of your life is completely and utterly possible because there's enough of everything for everyone, and sharing those gifts with the world. How would what you're doing in your career path change? Would you create your own business? How would it change your relationships with your children if you were so lit up every day? What would happen to your relationship if you were so passionate, if you were pouring into yourself every day and there was so much value left over that you had so much more to offer the world? So when we look at the 5 P's, number 1 is we have to give you power. We have to give you your power back. That comes in a couple of different ways. Number 1, you need to have energy to serve in your full purpose. So whatever is draining you, whatever is stressing you, whatever needs to be closed down, whatever you don't want to do, we've got to remove that to create space. So we've got to get your stress and your burnout down. We've got to get your energy up, which is why I always work with the physical body. We've got to get your energy up so that you have the power to serve. You have the space in your life to bring in what it is that you really, really desire when you're ready to step in. Then we look at presence, because we don't want to be creating, and this is where confusion comes in. We don't want to be creating out of chaos. So if we have a really busy mind and a really busy life, we need to sort that out. Your time management, your lifestyle, your habits, they get sorted out. Whatever's going on up here, we sort it out, we transform it, so that we can actually then ground down and go, okay, my unique gifts, skills, how I'm going to serve the world, what are they? And then we bring the purpose back in. And then we get to play. Then we actually get to plan life. What will it look like if I use this unique gift with the world? And it might not be very different from what you're doing. It might be just tweaking everything to bring back the fulfillment, the purpose. So you have a clear life direction plan. And the last thing, the 5th thing, is play. We get to play with it. We hit play. What does that look like? And then if we want to go further from that, it's like, how do we profit from it? How do we add so much value that it comes back to us? This is my absolute most favorite topic to coach on. It doesn't matter who I'm working with, this is always where we end up. So if you feel like I did when I first realized, I thought my life was ending, I thought the universe was taking me off track, and I realized it was smacking me back on the path of what I should have always been doing. And I always had these dreams of working in mental health, and I always had these dreams of health. We always get these visions and we shut them down because we have to do what's right. We have to put others first. And we have to tick boxes because that's progressing. And then years go by and we're like, what happened? And that was me. I let go of so many different aspects and skills and ways of being and serving because I wanted to achieve. So if you're in that place, it's time to just pick up the phone. It takes 45 minutes for us to literally nut out what a life of purpose would look like. What are your gaps? What are the breakdowns? How do we break through them? What are the solutions? What is the plan? How do we get moving on this as quickly as possible? And what's so amazing about this journey is it's fun. It's fast. Doesn't need to take forever. It's truly effective. I've done this hundreds of times. It's viable. You will save a lot of time, money, and energy having me as your co-pilot during this journey of finding purpose and setting it on fire. And it's fun. This has to be fun. It has to be empowering. You get to do this. So pick up the phone, let's have a chat, and I'd love to hear all about your dreams and your ideas for how to design your purpose path and what that's going to look like. I'll talk to you soon.